Hey everyone, I'm back. So this is going to be a pick a card career reading. I know most of the people that are on Instagram and Facebook, whoever is like friends of me, knows me personally, whatever. I just did a little poll again on Instagram, said do you want a career reading or a love reading? Most of my readings tend to always be like love related or have some type of love aspect in at least one of the piles, but this is solely based off of career. I know most people that are going to watch this are still in college, just recently graduated college, or have been out of college for a while and still like in the kind of entry level phases of work, so that might be most people that are being drawn to this. But of course, if this reaches anyone outside of my channel, outside of my followers that I know in real life, whatever, whatever pile is going to resonate with you. Okay, so sorry, I'm like hiccuping. Okay. Also, if you hear like a little squeak in the background, I have no idea what that is. Sorry about that. It's like, it sounds like a sneaker is like skidding on the floor. It's been happening all day. I have no idea what that is. But oops, sorry. See, you heard it. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just pick an earring. Doesn't matter what gender you are, whatever. These are new earrings. I just want to mix up the pile selection things. All right. So we're gonna get started with pile number 1. Smooth those out of the way. Okay, so pile number 1, we have 4 cards from the Shadowscape Tarot, which is my regular casting crew, and then an advice card from Oracle of E, because these are very basic messages. They're not like specific love related and like that, so I like using them. Okay, that one says time to fly, number 44. We have the Hermit in reverse. Some of you could be a Virgo. You don't have to be. We have the Empress in the reverse. We have the Seven of Cups and the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so a lot of these cards, like the 3 of these cards are major arcana and 1 is the Seven of Cups. Like I said, some of you could be a Virgo. You don't have to be though, okay, so don't get hung up on that, but that's just a sign that I'm seeing. The other 2 cards are not sign specific, but these cards kind of being in reverse, and then with the Seven of Cups right here, I kind of feel like you're having a lot of trouble deciding on what path you want to go on, okay? But like, because the Seven of Cups, it talks about like, a lot of choices and confusion, not really fully knowing yet what you want, okay? Just, this is in the realm of emotion. It could be like, confusion with love, but of course this is a career reading, not a love reading, but I just sense that a lot of you guys are very confused about what next steps to take, okay? So you're probably doing a lot of like soul searching, maybe a lot of like isolation, this talks about withdrawal, loneliness, and isolation when it's in the reverse, okay? But if we're more so paying attention to what it means in the upright rather than in the reverse, this is about like inner guidance, okay, soul searching, introspection. So I feel like this is kind of saying like, with all these choices that you have, it's time to more so pay attention to your gut and pay attention to what you actually want to do, okay? I feel like you have a lot of ideas of what you want to do, and it's time to actually like birth them, okay? Because this is like the fertility card, okay? So maybe like new business ventures. I'm kind of seeing this as like an entrepreneur, even though usually the Emperor, which is like the counterpart for the Empress, is the entrepreneur type of card, authority. But with the Empress here in the reverse, I feel like you do have a lot of ideas, but you're very indecisive on whether or not you should follow through with it, okay? Career-wise, this is like talking about a creative block. I feel like there could be a lot of like dependence on others, kind of feeling like you can't really do things on your own, and it's time to kind of break out of that cycle of feeling like you can't do anything, all right? Because in the upright, this Empress card talks about abundance, okay? And there's a lot of orange in here, which is the sacral chakra, that talks about desire, okay? That's being sociable, that's being creative, independent, and satisfied, with the things that you do. So I just feel like right now, you're right now, wherever you are, this could be you, some of you could be female, okay, definitely a lot of feminine energy, but you're in this energy right now. I'm 1:11 on the clock. You're in this energy right now where you're just not entirely sure on where to go yet, okay? Like, you haven't really made a decision, okay? You might not really be happy with where you are right now, okay? Whether it's like an entry-level job or whether you feel like you're kind of in a rut, okay? like you're in a rut with your career path right now, and you kind of want to do something different, but there's so many things, maybe so many things that were related to your major, so many skills that you have, and you're just having a lot of trouble trying to pick what you want. So I feel like you're really trying to like look within and just see like what's best suited for you, okay? And then with the Hangman in reverse, just one second. Yeah, indecision, okay? Just a lot of indecision. It's like this also can talk about like suffering, okay? So, you know, obviously not that serious. It's a major arcana. There are many denotative meanings of all the cards, but I just feel like you guys are very indecisive right now with what you want to do, okay? I feel like there are a lot of things at your disposal. You probably have a lot of skills, but you're still very indecisive on how you want to move forward, okay? And so your advice card from the Oracle of E is Time to Fly, number 44. So let's look at that real quick. And 4 plus 4 is 8, so that talks about movement. But 44, Time to Fly. Okay, so it may seem like a gamble, but here's a little intel from the universe. That leap into the unknown you've been waffling over, not only is its safety net already in place, but there is a posse of angels waiting with champagne and chocolate and Egyptian cotton sheets. Ready? Okay, yeah, so I feel like with the whole creative ideas and everything, you guys are very creative people, okay? It might be like, for some of you, it might be like a career path that's almost out of the ordinary, or if anything, not as like reliable as people think it is. Like, it could be something arts related, which, because this is a creativity card, and I really do feel like you have a lot of choices, a lot of options on things that you can do, but you don't really know where to start, okay? But this is just saying like it's okay to take a leap of faith, and you know, if you really believe in yourself, you can do it, you know, because really, no matter what career you go into, you're going to struggle in the beginning with any career, okay? So, you know, do you want that to be a 9-to-5 job and in a cubicle at a desk, or do you want that to be like a creative career where you're your own boss, you know? Like what do you want to do? Because, you know, if this is like entrepreneurial type of stuff, which is what I was picking up from that, you could still have like a you know, a side job just to make some money, pay some bills, but then give yourself time to focus on what you actually want to do, if it's like afraid of money, okay? But I feel like you're not really that concerned about money, in all honesty, because I'm not really seeing anything pentacles, okay? This is just emotions, okay? So I feel like you really want to follow your passions, but you feel stuck, you feel very indecisive, okay? You have a lot of ideas, you probably have a lot of talents, and you're just like, where should I get started, okay? I'm sensing some of you might, like, you know, still be in high school, and you're like, you know, what should my major be? You could be in college, and maybe you came in undecided, and you're like, what should I change my major to? You know, you don't have to be in college, you know, you could have just gone straight into work, but I just feel like a lot of people that are watching this pile, you don't really know exactly what you want to do, or like you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of choices, but you're afraid to just kind of take that step, okay? And the universe is kind of saying that it's okay to take that step, okay? So, you know, don't worry too much about like if you're not going to make it, you know, because that's just illusion, that's in the realm of emotion, you know, just kind of go for it and do what you actually want to do, and just kind of take a leap, you know. Alright, so thank you, pile number 1. I actually I don't know if I want to pull another card just to kind of clear things up or not, but I think that was pretty clear, so, you know, I'll give you like one little bonus card, actually. So pile number 1, let's get a little bonus card regarding career, because I feel like for some of you, they might not have fully answered your questions, and I just don't want you to get confused. Okay, King of Swords. So, clear thinking, intellectual, power, authority, and truth. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you're definitely going to get out of that fog that you're in right now, okay, with this, okay? So, like, where at first you're very confused about what you want to do, I feel like you will very soon enough kind of slash through that confusion, slash through that self-doubt, and you'll just go right into really doing things that you kind of desire, and like trusting your gut and going just jumping right into it. All right, so that was a nice little way to close it off. Okay, So thank you again, pile 1. Now you're officially done. So let's move on to pile number 2, okay? I'm gonna try making these kind of short, honestly. So pile number 2, this little earring. Alright. So, sorry, nose is itching. Okay. So 8 of Pentacles, that's a good card to get. Knight of Cups. Temperance, some of you could be Sagittarius. 8 of Wands in the reverse, and X-ray vision. Okay, so for one thing, I feel like some of you might be afraid of traveling, you know, far away regarding career stuff. If you're in college, maybe you're afraid to kind of study abroad, like you're kind of rejecting it, okay? Or it could just be like a business thing, but this 8 of Pentacles is talking about education, so I feel like a majority of you watching this might still be in college right now, okay? And there's an opportunity to study abroad. Maybe it's a requirement for like your major to go abroad at some point, and you're, you know, I feel like you might be delaying that, okay? You know, there might be a lot of people like with the same major as you that already went abroad, maybe freshman year, sophomore year, whatever, and you could be like an upperclassman already and you still didn't go abroad, and maybe you're supposed to, okay? It could just be like almost like a fear, like maybe you don't really leave your state to your country, wherever you're at, and you're not really used to just kind of going all about, you know? Maybe like very homesick, some of you, okay? But let's actually really get into the reading. We have two 8 cards, which is movement, but 8 of Pentacles is a really good card to get for a career reading, okay? This really just talks about a lot of hard work, okay? Working on your skills and making it more quality, okay? Like I feel like you're going to kind of bring up your value with whatever your job, your career goal is, your major is, whatever. I see you working really hard, okay? And like this is like apprenticeship. Maybe you're under someone's wing. There could be like a teacher that, you know, or a boss that you look up to, that is kind of helping you, like they're being a mentor for you, or you could be like kind of a mentor for someone else. Like I feel like a lot of you are really expanding very well on your craft to a point where you can teach other people, okay? What else with 8 of Pentacles? That was basically it. Really it's just about education, but yeah, just a lot of quality work, okay? I basically touched on that whole thing. So, you know, I also kind of am seeing with this web, you know, like LinkedIn, that networking, okay? I see a lot of you just networking. I feel like maybe for your career goal or for your major, it's kind of like you have to, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, that type of thing. So I feel like definitely you are getting your education, but and working on this skill set, but I also see you guys just expanding your web, okay? So regardless on whatever this career is, I just see you really doing your part in networking so that you have a better outcome later on, okay? Just like keeping those connections there, all right? With the Knight of Cups, that kind of is clarifying it, okay? Because like the Knight of Cups is kind of like the charmer, you know? They also have a lot of imagination, so some of you guys could be very creative people with a high imagination of how you want your career to go, okay? But I'm more so just seeing this is very charming, so I feel like, definitely, I feel like a lot of you, whatever your career is, or your major, or whatever it is, it relies heavily on being able to charm people, you know? Like, almost like an audition, you know? Like, you really have to win people over in order to, like, move forward with your career, okay? No matter what it is. But I really just see that you're probably very charming people, okay, but very charismatic. Have a great imagination, because that is the imagination card. I'm also kind of getting maybe very lovable energy, okay, and that really is going to help you with this career, okay, because like I feel like whatever it is, you have to be very likable. Like, it's almost like people aren't even necessarily paying much attention to your skill set, or they're like, it doesn't matter how much skill you have, if you're not easy to work with, they're not going to work with you, okay? So I feel like you maybe are aware of that, and you're just like, look, I'm working on my skill, I'm making sure that I have quality skill sets, expanding my education, and just making sure that I kind of like bring up my value, you know, for my career, but also I'm aware that I need to, you know, establish these connections with people and be very charming in order to get what I want, okay? With the Temperance card, again, that is a Sagittarius card, and I feel like I keep getting the same signs for each of these piles for every reading, okay? I feel like whoever is always reading pile number 2, you're probably a Sagittarius. It's actually really funny. But let's see. This is patience, purpose, meaning, okay? So I feel like you really know exactly what you want to do, okay? This isn't like a what should my career be. It's not like pile number 1 was kind of I feel like pile number 1 was kind of confused, or they had a lot of different options. I feel like you really do know exactly what you want to do. Like, you're like, my mind is made up. I know my purpose. I'm meant to do this as my career. Okay, this is a major arcana. It's like a destiny type of thing. Okay, and I feel like you probably do know that it will take a lot of patience to get to where you need to be. Okay? When I mentioned the travel thing, that could be one thing, but what I'm also kind of seeing now with the Eight of Wands in reverse is it could be like you're probably still in the beginning phases, again, like education, okay? You could be in school right now, but I feel like your career is going to take off in a matter of time, okay? You're being very patient, because in the upright, this is about travel. Eight of Wands is about fast movement, okay? So I feel like it's definitely waiting for you when it's the right time, you know? It's gonna happen fast when it's the right time. That doesn't sound like it makes any sense, but I feel like you might understand what I'm saying. You know, it's like, right now, it's like, get your education, finish your degree, whatever it is, keep networking, and then the second you graduate, you know, the second you, do whatever, I feel like you're probably going to get hired right away. You're going to get a lot of jobs lined up for you, okay, because you have that circle, because you were networking already, you know, like, you're just really good at networking. Like, I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over again, but like, it's just the truth. That's just what I see. I feel like you know how to play the game, okay? Pile number 2, you know how to play the game. So I definitely do see that you will have a lot of success in your career when it's time for you, okay? But right now, it's like, don't be too hasty, okay? Like, easy does it, and you know that, though. You're very patient. You know that, like, it's like your purpose. You're meant to take it slow in the beginning and like expand on your craft so that you can kind of outshine the rest. You know, it's probably a very competitive field that you're going into, okay? And again, a lot of like charm. Maybe it's a lot about looks, a lot about personality in order to get the job. You know, okay, some of you might be like an actor or something, but you know, like, I'm a film major, so I immediately go towards more arts related stuff, but it could be anything. But I just feel like for a lot of you guys, it really just depends. Like, you know, you could be an advertisement, you could be an actor, you know, you could maybe like a singer. It doesn't matter, but it's just something that definitely heavily relies on your charm, okay? You could be a salesperson too, you know, however that resonates with you. But I just feel like whatever career path you're going into, you know, you need skill set, but not only do you need that, you also need your charm, you need your personality, okay? And you are aware of that, okay? I feel like you really do know. You know how to network, you know how to play the game. So I feel like you're setting yourself up so that once you graduate, you know, once you finish whatever you need to get done first, you're going to have a lot of opportunities lined up for you, okay? You could eventually, you know, actually do travel. Like I said in the very beginning, some of you might be kind of like delaying that right now or waiting for the right time to do it, but I feel like you're definitely going to be traveling, because this is like, it's like going overseas, okay? I know for my school, there's another school in like London, like in Roxton, so people have to go there for like one of their majors. It's like a requirement. Again, I'm a film major, so I know acting majors the theater majors have a requirement to go to the campus in England, because there are certain classes there that aren't here, like where we are, you know. But whatever, like I'm saying, it doesn't matter what your major is. I'm just applying it because I am an arts major, I'm a film major, so I am heavily relating it to arts related stuff, but that doesn't have to be what you're going into, okay? But I do see that whatever it is, travel is involved. It will have to be involved eventually, whether it's while in college as a requirement or just in your career. There will be a lot of traveling, okay, and I feel like it will happen for you. Just it isn't happening right now, okay? I feel like you're really being patient, you're taking your time, okay? You're going about it, you're networking, you're doing what you need to do, you're charming your way up, and then eventually you'll have a lot lined up for you, okay? And then with X-ray vision, this is number 2. 2 is choices, balance. Let's see. So X-ray vision from Order Clip E, just to close this off. So, ignore everything in your life that suggests there's a problem. It's time to look past the illusory veil of petty struggles. As soon as you take your attention off all that appears wrong, you'll begin to notice all sorts of right signs and clues. The universe is throwing buckets of clear guidance your way. See beyond the surface and the superficial. Soak in the deeper meaning. Soak in the refreshing water of truth, okay? So that kind of clarifies like the card of purpose, okay? Some of you, with the whole charming aspect, you might kind of be like, maybe afraid you don't have what it takes. It might be like a type of career that like it could cause a lot of, you know, insecurities, okay? That's kind of what I'm getting, because that card didn't like completely wrap up how I wanted it to, you know, but I feel like it's meant, whoever is meant to hear that will hear that. But stay on though, because I pulled a bonus card for pile 1, so I might as well do that for you guys too, okay? So let's just pull on one more clarifier card, just kind of wrap this up fully. For pile number 2 regarding career. Pile number 2, career. Oh. Just one card though, that was 2 cards that flew out. So pile number 2, career, and just get one last card, a bonus card, pile number 2. Okay, let's see. So, 7 of Pentacles, it's like lack of long-term vision and limited success or rewards. So I feel like, yeah, definitely a lot of you guys may be very like insecure about what's going on with your path, because that card was kind of telling you to move past that, and you're still in this energy of kind of worrying about what's going to happen. Okay, and like I said, I do feel like things are going to turn out fine for you. It's just in a matter of time. You just have to be really patient with it and just keep networking, keep working hard, and, you know, just keep, you know, using your charm, your skill set, get a mentor, you know, and you will, you know, you will work your way up, okay? Because in the upright, this is, okay, perseverance, profit, reward, investment, okay? So I feel like, this career path, this may be a great investment. Okay, it will work out in the long run for you. Alright? When I was shuffling, the Magician in reverse came up, and so did the Page of Wands. So the Magician in reverse, that's kind of like, that's like hidden talents. Okay, it's also talking about poor planning. So I feel like, not only, you know, do you have to, like, you know, keep working on your skill set and making sure that you are improving your quality skills, but have a plan for yourself, you know, have a plan, okay? Like, I don't know, set goals, you know, be willing to travel, okay? Like, don't hold back because of any fears you might have, okay? I feel like you guys are really talented people, and you might have some untapped talents still, okay? So you could be very early in this career path, and, you know, you're just going to get better and better. You just have to like have patience with yourself, okay? And yeah, again, with the Page of Wands that showed up with those double cards, I honestly should have just taken those cards, but with those double cards that came up, yeah, exploration, discovery, okay? So yeah, I feel like you definitely are going to discover a lot about yourselves, okay? I don't really have a specific time frame for this, but just throughout like maybe the rest of your college education, or while you're at this job of yours or whatever, you're really going to find out more talents about yourself. You're going to release insecurities, okay? You're going to be more charming. You're going to network more. You're going to get more, you know, more roles in your job, you know? Just a lot more lining up for you, okay? And if there's an offer of like traveling, just take it, you know? Don't be afraid of like, you know, leaving home, okay? So, thank you, pile number 2. Hope that gave you some clarity, alright? And that was a little longer than pile 1. Pile number 3. Okay, so you have the Fool in reverse, the Death card, some of you could be Scorpio, 10 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Wands, and hey you. I got that card for some pile. I forgot which reading it was, but I got that before. Alright, so yeah, some of you guys could be Scorpio. I'm also seeing fire sign, air sign. Okay, you could have that somewhere in your chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Doesn't matter the signs. I was just saying this, how I feel like a lot of these pick a cards, I keep getting like the same signs. Okay, like Sagittarius, I keep getting for pile 2. Scorpio, I keep getting for pile 3. Occasionally, I'm choking. Occasionally for pile 1, I get a lot of like, you know, Virgo, Earth sign, whatever. But I just find it really funny. So either there's a specific group of people that are always picking the same pile, who knows. Also, this earring has a little lion on it, so some of you guys could be a Leo, or you could have Leo somewhere in your chart, you know, if you felt drawn to that, although you probably couldn't even see what it looked like, because on camera you can barely see it, but whatever. So your career path. For the Fool card in reverse, I feel like maybe, okay, because these are both major arcanas, okay, so I feel like maybe in the very beginning, like this is like the Fool's journey, you probably felt like you were taking a very risky career path, okay? And I was just explaining this to pile number 2. Sorry if like my readings tend to be, at least with career stuff, very arts biased, because I am a film major, so I do think more in the realm of the arts. It doesn't matter what your major is, okay? It could just be something that like maybe like family at first didn't really want you to do, or, you know, maybe you were doubting your abilities and you kind of just took a risk, okay? Like I know freshman year I was a communications major, and then after spring break I changed it to film because it's just something I wanted to do. I still minor in communications and theater arts, but my major is officially film, and I'm happier with that major, you know? So I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, it could have been a change in your major, a change in your career path, okay? I felt like you just kind of wanted to follow your dreams, and at first you may have thought it was very risky or reckless, and you may have been like, oh, I'm so naive, I shouldn't have done that, okay? But then the Death card talks about transformation, okay? So I feel like you definitely made the right choice with changing your career path, okay? Whether it was in the past or whether you're about to do this, okay? I feel like I just see a transformation, so like a glow up, okay? So I feel like where there was initially doubt and you know, a lot of self-doubt and fear of how your career was going to go, okay, with this whole change, it could have been something that, like, again, it could be art related, it doesn't matter, it could just be something that maybe you felt wasn't really that conventional, something you felt like you maybe didn't have it in you, okay? It could be a very competitive field in general, and you took the leap of faith, you know, you jumped into it, but it was kind of like maybe in a reckless way at first, and you were kind of doubting your skill set, but I feel like maybe even just starting out, you instantly, like, you know, you just got better and better and better, like, instantly, you know? I feel like maybe a lot of work colleagues around you, they see, you know, that they see that you're very good at doing your job independently, okay? With the Queen of Swords, very independent energy, okay? I see that, like, I just feel like you're really impressing a lot of people, and they, like, a lot of people around you in the same field, same major as you, can see your skill set and see that you're very good at what you're doing, and you made the right choice, okay? That's all I'm going to say. It's almost like no matter what career path you ended up choosing, you're going to be successful in the outcome, okay? Okay, and the 6 + 1, that's 7. That, I think that is like a lottery, like a jackpot, you know? So I really do feel like for a lot of you, yeah, you jumped into it, like, kind of recklessly, you know, took this risk, but you ended up actually, like, really coming into your own, okay? and like you went through this significant change and transformation, this glow up, okay? You threw out old ways of thinking, maybe old self-doubt, and you're really coming into your own, okay? That's all I can really keep saying for you guys for the first two cards, all right? But this is a really good card to have, okay? This isn't a specific top 10 career cards for, you know, tarot, but this is how I'm reading it, okay? This is about transformation. So I really feel like, you know, you're just evolving and your skill set is getting better and better, okay? Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. I feel like you have a very bright future ahead of you, like all this light, okay? And I feel like people around you are really noticing that, all right? That's all I can really say. Just a lot of people around you, they know that, you know, you're someone to work with, okay? Now, with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, this is taking on too much, avoiding responsibility. So, like I was just saying, how maybe a lot of people might want to work with you because they see your skill set. Don't burn yourself out, okay? So, you know, there could be people being like, hey, do you want to help me out with this project, whatever, and you could be like, I'm seeing 16 hours, okay? You could be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do this, I'll do that, but then it could be burning you out, okay? So take a break for yourself and don't, you know, you don't have to say yes to every single project. Like, it's nice to build a resume and add more stuff, but don't take on too many hours, okay? Don't take on too many tasks at a time, because then you're going to start avoiding other responsibilities, okay? And I feel like for this, that responsibility could be sleeping, okay? It could be sleeping, which is actually really funny because I know I relate to pile number 3, and like I'm helping someone out on their film, and it's gonna be like a bunch of different shoot days, really long shoot days, and I'm also still working part-time for my summer job, you know, so I'm gonna be working between shoots, you know, so I'm gonna be so tired next week, but it's something that I want to do, and I want to expand my my skill set, my resume, but I feel like universe is calling me out right now, saying like, don't take on too much, don't do that again, you know, give yourself, you know, allow yourself to say no. It's not going to ruin you, you're not going to be blacklisted. Just be like, all right, I can do this, I can't do that, you know. And like, I mean, I did that. I was just like, I'm working between this, so I'm gonna have to come in a little bit later than the call time, but I'll still help out because I really want to, you know. So it's like, you're doing what you want to do, but just don't spread yourself too thin, okay? Because I feel like a lot of people around you, a lot of people with the same major, the same career as you, they definitely do see your skill, and they know that you're just getting better and better, and they probably want to, they really want to work with you, they want to bring you under their wing, or be under your wing, but learn when to say no. Don't take on too much. Don't burn yourself out. Don't spread yourself too thin, okay? Just like draw a line in the sand, okay? Like, don't overwhelm yourself, because then you'll be avoiding other responsibilities that you have because you're taking on too much, okay? So be careful with that. I feel like a lot of you have a great work ethic, and you really just want to work hard, and you just want to keep adding onto your resume, you know, so that you can get better jobs. It might be a very competitive field. I'm getting a lot of competitive field for like all of these decks, but no matter, regardless of what it is, I just feel like, you know, definitely there could be a moment where you're taking on too much and you just need to take a little breather, okay? And with the learning to say no, with the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is very like clear cut. She's very like, she's like, I said what I said, I made up my mind, okay? So that's definitely clarifying the whole like learning when to say no, not to say no to everything, or if anything, set limits for yourself so you're not overworking yourself, all right? Really like think to yourself, like, I don't know, like what's important, what's not important, what do you need to get done now versus later, okay? Because the Queen of Swords, they're very perceptive, okay? They're organized, so maybe organizing things like on a list, kind of being like, what should I get done now, so that you don't avoid your other responsibilities you have, okay? This is a quick thinker, independent. A lot of you guys could be in the kind of career path where you're like maybe freelance, you're entrepreneurial, so you are going to be very independent, so you do want to work with other people so that you can get work, basically. But Again, just don't do it too much to a point where you forget your other responsibilities that you set, okay? Just keep track of things on like your calendar and be like, okay, so I have this day, that the other day, whatever, so that you don't forget other things you have to do, okay? And again, I'm just seeing a lot of you guys just like make sure you're getting enough sleep so that even if you are working a lot and doing a bunch of different things at a time, at least you're not going to collapse, okay? So at least get some sleep in between those things. And I'm calling myself that too because I barely sleep at all, so okay. But yeah, just thinking clearly on like the steps to take and how to be organized, okay, so you don't burn yourself out, all right? That's what I'm getting. And then the bonus card from the Oracle of Eeps. Hey you. My card is so funny. These cards are so funny. Sometimes the names have nothing to even do. They have like nothing to even do with the meanings of the cards. There's just so many cards to remember, okay? But yeah, so this card, number 16. So we'd like to interrupt the Oracle deck with a very important announcement. There is nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power. Zip, not a zilch. It's time to look your fears straight in the eye and call them out as the insignificant posers they really are, okay? So that definitely tied into the first card with like the feeling like maybe you took a risk, okay? I feel like you are on the right path, and your skill, and look how this matches, your skill set is really going to evolve so much, and you are really just having a total glow up in your career path, in your major, your job, and a lot of people know, like they want to work with you, okay? They know your worth, they know that you are really good at your job, okay? It doesn't matter if you're new, it doesn't matter if you're younger, it doesn't matter, okay? Doesn't matter. Because this is like the first card of the major arcana. So some of you could be younger. If this is college, some of you could have been like freshmen, sophomores, working with like juniors and seniors, or it could be like an entry level job, But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you started. Okay, you have what it takes, and you are just getting better and better. Some people might even be jealous. Some people might be like, oh my God, they're doing so great, and they just started. Like I wasn't half as good as they were when I was their age, when I was at their level, So I just feel like you have just a lot of success coming your way, and where you initially were afraid that you were taking a risk, the universe is confirming, these cards are confirming that like you are glowing the hell up, okay? And stay tuned, stay here, because I'm just pulling one little bonus card for you because I pulled them for each one. I started with pile 1. So I'm just going to pull one bonus card just to kind of really tie this whole thing together, okay? So let's get a bonus card for the career reading for pile number 3. Yeah. I'm seeing abundance, okay? Let's keep temperance. It's funny because you're getting cards that pile 1 and pile 2 got, but I just want to get like a clear card because I'm looking at these and I'm like, no, I don't want that, Justice is showing up at the bottom of the deck, so for some of you it could be that you're gonna get a lot of like good karma coming your way. It's gonna be like very very fair. You're gonna kind of get what you deserve. But I just want to get like a clear card though, so yeah. Just a lot of energy. Thank you, Spirit. Clear. Pile number 3. Just one more card just to kind of close this. Five of Pentacles, and then the Sun in reverse, back of the mind at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is just still a negative way of thinking. I feel like you're not, like, look at how they're kind of covering their eyes and there's a butterfly in front of them. I feel like you're really not seeing how well you're actually doing, okay? Some of you might be afraid of financial failure, okay, with the Five of Pentacles. This is like dark night of the soul type of energy. Just a lot of worry, insecurity, okay? So even though you're literally transforming as the days go by, you're still having that feeling of self-doubt and feeling like you're not good enough, you know, and you are, okay, like you really are, you're transforming, you're glowing up, that's what I keep saying. But yeah, like in your career, you're doing great, okay, so don't worry too much about it, okay. I feel like whatever this is, you could be worried about money stuff. You might think it's not like financially stable, okay, but it's time to just kind of remove that veil and be like, you know, it's okay, don't worry about those insecurities, all right. And like, I mean, the Oracle of Eve was telling you that too. That was number 16. Yeah, nothing to fear. Yeah, that's what it was saying. Yeah, it was saying that there's nothing to fear, okay. I'm just going to read this again for you, alright? Nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power. You know, it's time to look your fear straight in the eye and call them out as the insignificant posers they really are, okay? So, like look, like, open your eyes, alright? Like, this person, booby, this person's crying, and they're, like, ignoring that little butterfly in front of them, okay? There's a lot of abundance that's coming your way, and you're afraid right now, but I feel like there's a lot of change happening for you, okay? 5 talks about change, okay? And I just saw 40, 40, 4, 4. So, yeah, just don't worry too much, all right, about the path that you're on. I feel like you're going to do fine, okay, because like the sun, you know, it's a really positive card, but you have a negative way of thinking about it right now, okay. You're thinking about the things that can go wrong, and you're too worried, but in reality, you know, you're doing great. And I feel like a lot of your colleagues, a lot of people that work with you, that go to school with you, they see your worth, even if you don't. They see that you are doing great, okay? So if you ever think to yourself, oh, this was really reckless, you know, I took a big risk doing this major, doing this job, don't worry, because a lot of people around you, they know that, you know, you are just on the come up, okay? Like, you really are. Things are coming up pile 3, okay? Like, you're going to do fine, all right? There's a lot of hidden talents you didn't even like unlock yet, okay? So don't be afraid. I feel like, you know, I feel like you got this. So thank you, pile number 3. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you next time.